Hello, everyone. My name is Caden Ferris. I am the CEO and co-founder of GovSight, and I wanted to welcome you back for another intro slash demo about our product, the Project Planner or the Scenario Planner. This is an improvement from the last video that we did, in which we've changed a few things and we've improved how the software acts and its visibility and user interface. So essentially, the Project Planner is to help city officials be able to plan for the future. If we want to build a baseball field 10 years from now, or it'll take 10 years to finish, instead of just constantly reacting as you go, the goal of the project planner is to become more proactive, to predict wage costs, to predict labor or other labor costs, to predict materials costs, to predict land costs, different things like that that we can use to be proactive about our approach. Many cities have an amazing and capable project management software, but this looks into the future to say, hey, this is how much it's going to cost instead of this is how much it did cost. So I'll walk you through a little bit about it. So first off, we enter our project name. Let's say we're making some baseball fields, and just a simple project description for baseball field complex on Old Farm Road, something like that. And let's say it's a 3-year project. It'll take 3 years to build it. So first off, funding sources. Let's figure out some funding. Tax revenue. Essentially, we want to limit as like taxes so that we don't have to raise taxes for our citizens. So let's say we're only going to pull $100,000 from our tax revenue, just to be able to, if we have 40,000 people, that's only a $2 increase or just over a $2 increase. And that's a lot better than funding the entire maybe $1 million project with tax money, which would then be a $20 or a $200 or anything like that. Like, we don't want to do that. So, and this actually will interface you with grants, to interface you with the United States Grants website, to be able to get applicable grants to help cities to find that funding, to be able to get that funding so that we're to avoid debt spending or to avoid property tax increases or sales tax increases, different things like that. Because at the end of the day, the obligation is to the citizens. And so maybe let's say we've also got a private one. And let's say the Ferris family has opted to donate $400,000. So now we're halfway there. We've got halfway to our $1 million project, and it's now almost nothing is coming from taxes, which is what we want. Then let's say we found a CDBG grant. So here you can search grants, you can find different grants that are applicable. So we've got the Community Development Block Grant. Let's say GovSight sent us to that website, we applied there, and we got that grant. So now we can put in the grant website and CDBG, Community Development Block Grant. Let's say we got $500,000. We look at that, boom, we've got our $1 million funded. The project was $1 million. We've got it funded. Half of it's from grants. That's just federal money. We don't have to pay it back. Maybe it's restricted, but that's fine because we know where it's going. And then private funding, $400,000. Now we only need $100,000 in tax increase. And we can save our citizens a lot more money than if we were just focusing on taxes. And so along with this, and being able to search grants, find grants, investment opportunities, we can also look at legislative impacts. So maybe we save that scenario, and then we've also got environmental regulations. Let's look at education standards, project cost. We can check into the United States Senate, House of Representatives, our state Senate and House of Representatives, all of the legislation that's been passed to be able to get accurate what's going to happen. Recently, the One Big Beautiful Bill passed, and what's going to happen to my city? Am I going to increase in taxes? What's lower taxes? What's going to happen? And then we can also run a what if simulator. Let's say I got a Google warehouse that's in my city limits that pays utilities of upwards of $100,000 a month. That's a big chunk of my revenue as a city official, as a city manager. What do I do if I lose that? What do I do if the Google thing burns down? I don't know, it stops functioning. They decide to pick up and move. I mean, a lot of these scenarios, these extreme scenarios are not very likely, but they could happen. So you can put in your budget here. What would happen if this utility customer was gone? What would affect my revenue? Give me some insights on where we can send, on what we could do. Because as Bruce Lee once said, it's better to be a warrior in the garden than to be a gardener in the war. And I translate that modernly. It's better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it. So if we've got these simulations built, we know what we're going to do beforehand. That unexpected thing happens, something burns down, we already know what we're going to do. We already have our plan in place. And then you can also run simulations using Monte Carlo, risk simulations, cost volatility. You can run as many simulations as you want. And all of this is part of our scenario project planner. So if you're interested in something like this and using artificial intelligence in a responsible way to help predict and plan for the future of your city, you can go to govsight.net and sign up for a demo, and we can walk you through it on a more personal level. Thanks.